Selamat petang, anda ketika ini bersama saya Ufaida Tamizi yang berlintas langsung dari KLIA Aeropolis Sepang, di mana hari ini 5 Jun 2025 satu lagi sejarah bakal tercipta oleh Kerajaan Selangor yang akan kerana dengan Majlis Pelancaran Selangor Aero Park yang akan dimulakan sebentar nanti, di mana ia adalah usaha kerajaan negeri dalam merealisasi pembangunan industri aero angkasa di Selangor. Majlis ini akan bermula sebentar saja lagi dengan kehadiran Pengerusi Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad MAHB Dr. Nong Sari Ahmad Radi, Datuk Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Amirul Syari, Menteri Pengangkutan Yang Berhormat Anthony Loke serta Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif Menteri Besar Selangor Pemerbadanan atau MBI, Datuk Teknologi Saiful Yazan M. Yusof. Datuk Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Amirul Syari juga akan menyampaikan ucapannya dengan disusuli ucapan perasmian oleh Menteri Pengangkutan Yang Berhormat Anthony Loke dan selepas itu akan ada sesi pecah tanah dan lawatan tapak. Untuk makluman, pembangunan Selangor Aero Park ataupun SAP ini merupakan usaha kerajaan Selangor menerusi rancangan Selangor pertama RS1 yang bertemakan negara pintar, berdaya huni dan makmur. Ini kerana Malaysia mempunyai ekosistem aero angkasa komprehensif yang merangkumi pembangunan dan pendidikan, kejuruteraan dan reka bentuk, pembuatan, operasi baik boleh dan penyelenggaraan MRO serta pembangunan modal insan. Dianggarkan lebih daripada 67% daripada ekonomi aero angkasa Malaysia berpangkalan di Selangor, sekaligus dengan pelancaran ini mampu menjadikan Selangor sebagai hub aero angkasa. Industri ini juga berkembang dengan pesat di Malaysia dan merupakan yang kedua terbesar di kalangan negara-negara Asia Tenggara, manakala sektor pembuatan dalam industri ini juga antara penyumbang terbesar kepada industri aero angkasa negara. Menerusi laporan RS1 yang dikeluarkan pada tahun 2022 lalu, RS1 menggariskan 7 projek program inisiatif PPI untuk merealisasikan matlamat bagi tujuan merangsang sektor aero angkasa antarabangsa termasuk Selangor Aero Park SAP ini. SAP ini juga akan menjadi kawasan perindustrian aero angkasa pertama di Malaysia yang akan dibangunkan bersama kerajaan negeri bersama pihak pemaju. SAP juga akan melengkapkan dan menambah nilai terutamanya untuk pengembangan dan pelaburan aero angkasa di Selangor, berangkumi aktiviti akhir hayat iaitu kitar semula pesawat dan potensi ekosistem sekelilingnya, pembuatan enjin, sel ujian enjin serta potensi pendidikan dan pembangunan dalam enjin pesawat dengan sumber bahan api baru. Selain itu, gudang bersempadan, pengecatan pesawat dan pemeriksaan C-checks, galeri dan pemasangan retro pesawat, aktiviti MRO, hub latihan dan simulasi serta pembuatan peralatan lapangan terbang dan pembuatan aero. Hasilnya kita akan dapat lihat dari segi peningkatan hasil oleh rakan kongsi GRC Selangor sebagai hub aero angkasa pilihan di rantau ASEAN, peningkatan bilangan syarikat yang ditubuhkan di Selangor serta peningkatan peluang pekerjaan. Saya kira setakat itu sahaja perkongsian yang saya boleh kongsikan kepada anda dan pastikan anda terus setia bersama kami di Media Selangor dengan menyaksikan Majlis Pelancaran Selangor Aero Park ini sehingga ke penghujungnya. Dengan itu saya Ufaida Tamizi dan jurukamera Farhan Fauzi teruskan menonton Majlis Pelancaran ini.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to invite everyone to take seats and make yourselves comfortable as we await the arrival of our VIP guests. We will be commencing the official launch shortly. Thank you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite everyone to take their seats and make yourselves comfortable as we await the arrival of our VIP guests. We will be commencing the official launch shortly. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I would like to invite everyone to take their seats and make yourselves comfortable as we await the arrival of our VIP guests. We will be commencing the official launch shortly. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to invite everyone to take their seats and make yourselves comfortable. Our VIP guests will be arriving shortly and we will be commencing the official launch. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of Yang Berhormat Tuan Look Siew Fook, Minister of Transport Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now take your seats. round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the talented from Academy Seni Putra Selangor. Yang Berhormat Tuan Loke Siew Fook, Minister of Transport Malaysia. Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Amiruddin Syahri, Chief Minister of Selangor. Yang Berhormat Tuan Eng Zee Han, Exco Investment, Trade and Mobility. Yang berbahagia Datuk Jana Santhiran Muniayan, Secretary General, Ministry of Transport Malaysia. Yang berusaha Dr. Nung Sari Ahmad Radhi, Chairman of Malaysia Airports. Yang berbahagia Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani, Managing Director of Malaysia Airports. Yang berbahagia Datuk Technologist Saipul Yazan Muhammad Yusof, Group Chief Executive Officer of Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani, and welcome to the launch of the Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis. Before we begin our event for today, I would like to invite Ustaz Bambang Irman Bahudin for the doa recitation. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. All praise is due to Almighty Allah, the Cherisher and Sustainer of the world. May the peace and mercy of Allah be upon His Rasul Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his families, companions and followers. We seek refuge in Allah Almighty from the evil of our souls and our sinful deeds. Ya Allah, You have already given us the kingdom and taught us the interpretation of the narratives, originator of the heavens and the earth. You are our protector in this world and the hereafter. Ya Allah, forgive us what we have done in the past and what we will do in the future, and what we have concealed and what we have done openly and what we have exceeded in every single part of our undertakings. You are the bringer forward and You are the delayer. There is no true God except You. Allahumma ya Hannan ya Mannan ya Badi'as samawati wal ard. Let our efforts succeed well and secure success. Make us fulfill our determination. Give answer to our prayers. Listen to our request. Cause us to obtain the good of this world and the hereafter. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, cleanse our hearts, unburden our emotions from hate and anger, and in the event of dispute, in the matter of truth, show us the right path. Ya Allah, make our gathering here a blessed one, and our dispersion thereafter a guided and protected one, and make not any among us a wretched or deprived one. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adhaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you, Ustaz. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to welcome everyone to KLIA Aeropolis, in particular to the launch site of the Selangor Aero Park, which is a milestone in Malaysia's aerospace journey. Spanning approximately 600 acres within KLIA Aeropolis, the Selangor Aero Park is poised to drive Malaysia's aerospace ambitions forward. It will attract high-impact investments from across the aerospace supply chain and create a future-ready hub for talent development and innovation. Designed to be people and workforce-friendly, it will also create a vibrant and thriving community. This catalytic milestone project is a joint initiative between Malaysia Airports and Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated. And today we are incredibly excited to officially kick off its development. Without further ado, to begin today's program, we are delighted to invite Yang Berusaha Dr. Nung Sari Ahmad Radhi, Chairman of Malaysia Airports, to deliver his welcome remarks. Dipersilakan.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang Berhormat Menteri Pengangkutan Malaysia, Saudara Lokasi, tetamu khas kita hari ini yang akan melancarkan Selangor Aero Park at KLIA. Saya dengan Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Menteri Besar Selangor, Datuk Seri Amiruddin Syahri, kita tuan rumah hari ini, Datuk, dengan YB Eng, dan juga Datuk Saiful Yazan daripada MBI Incorporated. Dari pihak Datuk Izani dan juga seluruh warga Malaysia Airport, kita mengalu-alukan kedatangan semua orang pada hari ini. Saya lupa sebut Datuk Jana KSU, saya susah. Sorry, Datuk. So welcome to the airport, welcome to the launch of the Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis. Just a few remarks. When we signed the operating agreement with the MOT, it came together with the lease agreement and the development agreement, which actually has a longer tenure than the operating agreement. So we hope when Datuk Jana and I will be gone, Datuk, when OA ends in 2069, because the lease agreement is longer than the operating agreement, we will get extended again beyond 2069. Part of the leasing agreement and the development agreement is about managing the land that does not belong, that are not airports. And the Aeropolis is actually part of the land, which is part of the lease agreement that is not part of the airport that is to be developed. So we have collaborating now. The Selangor State Government through MBI is a partner in development of this 545 acres Selangor Aero Park at KLIA. The first phase is 200 acres, but that's not even 10% of what we have lah. So KLIA Aeropolis, Sendirian Berhad, our subsidiary, is tasked to develop the master plan and also to develop this. I think we have land in Subang, we have land in Penang that we do other things with other state government. But for Selangor, selari dengan hasrat kerajaan negeri dan juga hasrat Malaysia Airport, we want to do aerospace industries lah. We have already gotten, Datuk MB pun ada tanah bukan Datuk MB, kerajaan negeri Selangor pun ada tanah di Subang. We have already gotten investors in there, Collins Aerospace, MRO, YB Menteri also hari itu datang ke sini melihat pelancaran DHL punya cargo thing. That's air side, this is land side. And we have also secured, as part of this development, GE Aerospace as a starting point. So now for the first 200 acres of this collaboration for Selangor Aero Park ni, we have the MBI as a partner. So lepas ni, I told Yang Amat Berhormat dan juga Datuk Saiful Yazan, we have to jointly market and get investors to come in here. So I'm sure I also like to convey to Yang Berhormat Menteri, because Kerajaan Persekutuan has also given us an incentive, a fiscal incentive, a 10-year favorable tax treatment for those who develop these lands within the KLIA Aeropolis. So that's another incentive that we thank the federal government. So I think I just spoke to Datuk Eng. I think there's no other place in Malaysia, in Semenanjung or in Sabah, Sarawak, that we have this opportunity. Although this is land side, we have land that have connection to airside, and we also have land in Subang to develop the Selangor Aero Park ni as the only and the premier destination for all investments in every part of the value chain. I think if we can do that, then if people come in to explore for investments in this aerospace industry, whether upstream or downstream, this is the only location that actually they should be looking at. So on behalf of Malaysia Airports, again, we welcome this opportunity to work together with Selangor State. And I should congratulate also Ran Hill and the team. I don't know where he is. Oh, there. Okay. They should be working hard. I think tadi YB Menteri tanya berapa equity partnership tu Datuk Izani dengan Datuk Saiful kata tak decide lagi. Saya tak tahu lah kot, cari YB Yang Muhammad Menteri Besar cakap mungkin dia boleh beritahu. So thank you again. I think we can make this a success. You can contribute to the development of Selangor, development of the aerospace industries, and of course the development of Malaysian Airport. Sekian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Yang Berusaha Dr. Nong Sari, for your warm and insightful remarks. Next, we are privileged to hear from Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Amiruddin Syari, the Chief Minister of Selangor. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, MC. Yang berhormat Tuan Anthony Loke Siu Fok, Minister of Transport Malaysia. Yang berhormat Mr. Eng Zihan, the ESCO for Investment, Trade and Mobility. Yang berbahagia Datuk Jana Satiran Munian, Secretary General Ministry of Transport. Yang berusaha Dr. Nong Sari Ahmad Rodi, Chairman of Malaysia Airport. Yang berbahagia Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani, Managing Director of Malaysia Airports. Yang berbahagia Datuk Teknologi Saiful Yazan, Group Chief Executive Officer of Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated. Honorable guests, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am thoroughly pleased to be with all of you this evening. And truth be told, this has been a long time coming. From an idea mooted as far as 5 years ago to numerous, sometimes head-scratching negotiation with stakeholders, Alhamdulillah, through the grace of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and the wisdom bestowed by Him to all stakeholders, we are finally here today. I am sure my friend and comrade, Mr. Anthony Loke, Minister of Transport, is equally glad and somewhat relieved that this plan, which has been on the taxiway for at least half a decade, the Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis, has finally arrived on the runway for takeoff. Ladies and gentlemen, the work done by all the stakeholders involved, from Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated as Selangor Strategic Investment Arm to Malaysia Airports Holding Berhad, may not be the grandest size with the around 600 plus acres. When compared with the like of the large aircraft industrial park south of Pudong International Airport in China, spanning over 6,000 acres, Selangor Aero Park represents roughly about 1/10 the size. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm assured this is merely the start of something quite special. Today, 68% of Malaysia aerospace economy activity is housed in Selangor. By the end of this decade, I am confident we will surpass 70% towards 72 or 73%. The birth of Selangor Aero Park or SAP will drive more interest the global giant to relocate to Selangor. from aircraft manufacturer like Airbus and Boeing to companies involved right across the supply chain such as metal, plastic, composites, electronics, information technology, and professional and technical services including engineering and research and development. The list is endless. But we shouldn't stop here. Selangor's existing partnership in the maintenance, repair and overhaul services sector should be a platform to embark a new relationship with companies involving in aircraft engine and engine parts, including critical minerals. And we shouldn't stop at Airbus and Boeing. Today, commercial aircraft manufacturers like Embraer, housed in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and China Comac have already shown massive potential and display big plans to compete for market share with the two traditional giants I just mentioned. Proactive efforts by the federal and state government, including by leading companies, will definitely have a positive impact in cementing Selangor's position as the host and the home of Southeast Asia aviation. YB Minister, ladies and gentlemen, if we realize this effort, I believe all the necessary ingredients are there to develop and position this area as the national aerospace cluster to achieve the target set out in the federal government New Industrial Master Plan (NIMP) 2030 and Malaysia Aerospace Industry Blueprint 2030. I am sure the Minister will emphasize the important today effort will be to local manufacturers and SME operating in the aviation space, so I will not go into too much detail. But for Selangor, I am absolutely confident Selangor Aero Park will entice more local SMEs to obtain global certification, to move up the value chain and supply chain from being a bit part player to compete with the region powerhouses. There is vast opportunity to grow into original equipment manufacturer, making principal aircraft system, as well as firms making sub-assemblies and supplier providing parts and raw material. Certainly, while we are aware of our neighbors' efforts and success in developing the Seletar Aerospace Park, I do not see why Selangor and Malaysia cannot aim bigger and look further on the horizon to position SAP as the region's preeminent hub for MRO, especially in the commercial aviation space. If we can do that, it will certainly catalyze the growth of related sectors such as smart logistics, automation, e-commerce, sustainable fuels, and defense and security technologies. SAP can play a pivotal role in reaching the overall target of offering 100,000 high-paying jobs in Selangor by the end of this term. From these efforts alone, and the companies who have already approached us, I believe the job opportunity of SAP can offer to young Selangorians can surpass 20,000 by 2035. In fact, the opportunities must include partnership by government and industry with academia, and we have begun this in Selangor through partnership embarked upon by the Selangor Technical Skill Development Center with the like of GE Aviation. YB Minister, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, if we are able to realize the full potential of SAP, there is one missing link which can join the dotted line to connect industry, people and the major transport infrastructure in Selangor and the Klang Valley. And that is the Selangor Rail my team and I initially proposed to you and your team at the Ministry of Transport some months ago. While we are fully aware of the financial complexities involved, I'm assure you that we are prepared to give you our full intellectual and technical support to realize this vision, to connect KLIA, Subang Airport, the existing seaport in Port Klang, including the upcoming third port in Carey Island, with the blessing of the Federal Cabinet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is also a part and parcel of our Selangor Plan 1. We almost conclude the Selangor Plan 1 in year 2025. And one of the major regional development zones that we announced is the Sabda and also Idris. Idris is integrated development region in South Selangor. We identified from the survey and the study we did before we prepared the Selangor Plan 1. The south of Selangor is one of the vibrant area and most welcome for development and investment in Selangor. Therefore, integrated development region in South Selangor are included Sepang and Kuala Langat in one of the potential area. And this development is become the second or third projects we realize after NCT projects in Kuala Langat. Therefore, I hope after this that our focus in administration, that we have several area to develop, from Sabak Benam development area, Selangor Greater Klang Valley, or what we call it Greater Klang Valley, ataupun Lembah Kelang Raya, and Idris. We have a few initiatives, not just in terms of dollar and money, or dollar and cents, but also in terms of efficiency. For example, we announced the initiative of Speed Selangor, that we try to adapt from the semiconductor projects that we introduced in IC Design Park 1 and inshallah IC Design Park 2 soon. Then we can reduce and expedite some of the process, land approvals, local council approvals, and certain initiative initiated by the governments. And we not just offer the cheap land or the low land cost, but we also offer an efficiency and enough and skilled talents, and also the big and organized plan for the development in the state of Selangor and also in Malaysia. Therefore, I'm praying to the Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, and then we can strengthen our cooperation, including increase the equity of the states to the company. I look Mr. Anthony a smile. He agree. In Melayu normally senyum tanda setuju. Tapi Anthony bukan Melayu, dia Cina. Tapi tak apa, tak ada masalah. Tapi saya percaya, I believe that we will reach the agreement, and this is done by professional calculation and estimations from both sides. Ini bukan kemenangan negeri ataupun kemenangan mana-mana pihak. I think this is kemenangan bersama yang harus dicapai oleh kedua-dua pihak ataupun kedua-dua agencies, sama ada Malaysia Airports dan juga Selati ataupun MBI yang akan mengeterai ataupun mengetuai perjanjian ini, dan keseluruhannya akan berpaksikan dan berpadukan kepada urusan-urusan perniagaan yang akan mempertimbangkan untung rugi, bukan hanya untuk menjadikan, kerana this is a part of expansion of our airport, of our aircraft and aerospace industries in Selangor and Malaysia. Jadi saya percaya ada kesepahaman, dan hari ini bukan satu contoh permulaan. Selalunya orang sign MOU, but today we groundbreaking. Kita pecahkan tanah sebagai buktikan we are ready, we are prepared untuk ini. Termasuk kita juga sudah mempunyai satu lagi tawaran yang cantik dan besar dalam Paris Air Show yang kita akan hadiri pada beberapa hari daripada sekarang. Terima kasih semua kepada Menteri, kepada Malaysia Airport, Dr. Nongsari, kepada Dato' Izani, the CEO, dan kepada MBI, dan kepada semua. Let me focus, we deliver, and kita sama-sama dapat develop dan membangunkan negeri dan negara yang kita cintai. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Sekian.
Thank you, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Amiruddin, for the inspiring words and your continued commitment to Selangor's development. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the distinct pleasure of inviting Yang Berhormat Tuan Loh Siew Fook, Minister of Transport Malaysia, to deliver the officiating speech for today's event. Please welcome Yang Berhormat Tuan Loh to the stage.
Terima kasih kepada saudari pengacara majlis. Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Amiruddin bin Syari, Menteri Besar Selangor. Yang Berhormat Saudara Engsahan, Esko for Investment, Trade and Mobility Selangor. Yang berbahagia Datuk Jana Santiran Muniayan, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pengangkutan. Yang berusaha Dr. Nungsari Ahmad Radi, Chairman of Malaysia Airports. Yang berbahagia Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani, Managing Director MAHB. Yang berbahagia Datuk T.S. Saipul Yazan Mat Yusof, Group Chief Executive Officer of Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated, tuan-tuan puan-puan, distinguished guests, members of the media, salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani, a very good afternoon to everyone. There are moments in a nation's journey when we plant the seeds of tomorrow, and today is one of those moments. With the launch of the Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis, we are not just unveiling a new development. We are launching a bold vision, one that speaks to Malaysia's future as a regional powerhouse in aerospace, logistics, and advanced industry. This is a partnership rooted in purpose. Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad, MAHB, and Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated, MBI, have come together with a shared ambition to build an integrated, future-ready ecosystem that empowers industries of tomorrow. Let us be clear, this is not just about opening an industrial park. It is about building a launchpad for innovation, for investment, for talent, for high-value industries that don't just move goods, they move ideas, build skills, and create jobs that sustain families and grow communities. As global trade routes evolve and regional economic integration deepens, we know that logistics is no longer just a support system. It is a strategic asset. And the Selangor Aero Park will be heartbeat of that asset, where air, land, and sea move in concert to power industrial growth and economic resilience. But let's be clear, our ambition is not simply to move goods. It is also to move up the value chain. And that is why this development matters. Selangor Aero Park offers seamless integration between air, land, and sea, a multimodal hub designed for efficiency, precision, and speed. It gives our exporters, manufacturers, and innovators a new edge in a fast-changing region. The industries we anchor here, be it advanced manufacturing, aerospace, precision engineering, or green technologies, they don't just generate exports. They generate and create opportunities. Every high-value shipment that takes off from this park carries the potential for skills transfer, R&D, innovation, and Malaysian talent at the forefront. These are industries that create meaningful work, attract global capital, and most importantly, offer our youth a future grounded in skills, not just labor. The Selangor Aero Park is built with that future in mind. Smart infrastructure, digital connectivity, and trade facilitation, all supported by federal and state alignment. This is how we set ourselves apart. By clustering these industries in a purpose-built ecosystem, supported by smart infrastructure and trade facilitation, we send a strong message to the world. Malaysia is open for business, and we are building the future, not waiting for it. These projects also aligns with the national priorities, the National Transport Policy, the Industrial Master Plan 2030, the National Aerospace Blueprint, and most importantly, our Madani Economic Framework and Vision. Together, these strategies are designed to raise the ceiling of our economic potential while ensuring no one is left behind. I wish to congratulate Malaysia Airports and MBI for their foresight and commitment, and to everyone who worked to bring this vision to life. This is how progress happens, through partnership, vision, and execution. And let us be very mindful that KLIA is a national strategic asset. More than 27 years ago, we have opened KLIA. This is a 10 kilometer by 10 kilometer area. We want to build this not just an airport, but as an aeropolis. As far as I remember and I know, of course, this is land by the federal government to MAHB. And today, we are glad that we are partnering with Selangor government. I just want to remind the MB, the land belongs to MAHB under the federal government. It's not a state government land, even though maybe many years ago it was a state land, but now it's a federal land. So let's be mindful about that. And I want to remind my team, as much as we are partners and we are same coalition, but we always have our negotiation with arm's length deal. So Dato' Izani have that mandate to negotiate the best deal for MHB and for the federal government. Of course, we have to be fair to our partners, to the state government as well. But this is a great opportunity. I want to take this opportunity today to declare our ambition, Malaysia's ambition, Ministry of Transport's ambition. We want to make KLIA as the most important ASEAN air cargo hub, in particularly. No other airports in ASEAN region have this kind of space and land. Okay? We might not be the best airport in this region, but we have all the potential to be the leading air cargo hub in the ASEAN region. For too long, we have been taking the second or third place. We no longer want to be bronze medalists or silver medalists. We want to be the gold medalists. We want to be the top air cargo hub in ASEAN region. This year, we are the chairman of ASEAN. And we must envision, with our strategic location, with the space and land that are available in KLIA, we must be the leading air cargo hub or aeropolis in ASEAN. So Selangor Aero Park is a very important project to complement that. Already in April, when President Xi Jinping of China visited Malaysia, in our joint statement, China has given the commitment to work with Malaysia, in particularly KLIA, for the Silk Air Initiative or Silk Air Road Initiative. It means that the major air cargo hub in China, Zhengzhou, will have a direct cooperation with KLIA, and China will make KL as their important air cargo hub for ASEAN region. So we must take this opportunity to build on this strength, to build on this opportunity, to make KLIA as the leading air cargo hub. And with this project today, where we have a few hundred acres of Aero Park, where we can attract the top investment from aerospace industries, from precision technologies, this area will be the future important supply chain for the aerospace industry and aviation. And we also want to make KLIA as the leading MRO hub for the entire ASEAN region. So this is a very important project that the federal government, in particularly Ministry of Transport, are looking forward to. And I think that maybe in a few years' time, the land in Selangor will no longer enough to cater for the demand. But I want to offer the Selangor MB, Negeri Sembilan is just nearby. If the land in Selangor is not enough, Negeri Sembilan can offer that. So probably in a few years' time, we will rename this as NS Selangor Aero Park. But let us start with Selangor Aero Park first. But in Negeri Sembilan, as you know, we have another very important project, the Malaysian Vision Valley. It's just nearby in Nilai, Seremban and Port Dickson. That, of course, is a major industrial hub that we want to build as well. So this is not a zero-sum game. This is not a competition between Negeri Sembilan and Selangor. This, for me, is a national mission to make Malaysia as an aerospace hub for ASEAN and for the world. So with that, I would like to congratulate everyone, and particularly the management of MHB and MBI Selangor, and I look forward to seeing this Selangor Aero Park soars to the skies. And let us celebrate today with a groundbreaking ceremony, and I'm sure there will be many, many more celebrations for us to celebrate in the future. And there will be many success stories that we want to create from now onwards. Thank you. Salam Malaysia Madani.
Thank you, Yang Berhad. Kindly remain on stage for our next agenda. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for, the much anticipated launch ceremony of Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis. For that, I would like to invite Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Amiruddin, Yang Berhormat Tuan Eng Zihan, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Jana, Yang Berusaha Dr. Nong Sari, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Muhammad Izani Ghani, and Yang Berbahagia Datuk Saipul Yazan to join Yang Berhormat on stage. I would like to ask for Yang Berhormat Tuan Lok, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Amiruddin, and Yang Berusaha Dr. Nong Sari to place your palms on the illuminated 3D launch orb to symbolically mark the official launch of Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis. Gentlemen, are you ready? On my count, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis, the heart of Malaysian aerospace industry. Join us and be a part of Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis as we soar into the future of aerospace together.
And with that, the Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis is officially launched. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to invite our VIPs to the middle of the stage for a group photo session. May I invite also the members of the media to capture this memorable moment. VIPs, we now move to another highlight for today, the groundbreaking ceremony of Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis, symbolizing the beginning of a new era in aviation and industrial development. For other esteemed guests, kindly enjoy the refreshments where a delightful spread awaits you. On behalf of Malaysia Airports and Menteri Besar Selangor Incorporated, we'd like to extend our heartfelt appreciation for your presence today. Thank you and Assalamualaikum. VIPs, you'll each lift a custom-designed golden shovel on my count. Gentlemen, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. This meaningful act represents not just the beginning of physical construction, but the bold visionary ambition and prosperity that this development promises to deliver. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I would now like to invite our VIPs for a site visit to Selangor Aero Park at KLIA Aeropolis. Members of the media are invited to join this visit to gain a closer look at the amazing 600-acre development. With that, thank you.
Selangor.